Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a feeling of calm relaxation. And as you exhale, just relax your eyelids, feeling tension leave your body in your outward breath, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed just by breathing in and breathing out. That's right. Feel your eyelids become more and more relaxed. And while they're so relaxed, imagine that even if you tried to open them, they would remain shut, because those eyelids feel so deeply relaxed. Feel that relaxation spreading across your face, into your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw. That's it. Neck and shoulders just melting away, echoes of tension. Feel that relaxation spreading through your whole body. That's it. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a beautiful park in Madrid. Maybe you can see a lake. And I want you to focus on the stillness of that lake. Feeling like as you breathe in and breathe out, that the stillness of your lake represents the stillness of your mind. And it feels good just to breathe in and breathe out, releasing any tension, feeling like your arms and legs are feeling limp, loose and heavy. And I want you to imagine there's a comfortable chair by that lake in that park. And I want you to imagine there's a large drink. And just imagine that this drink helps you to relax. Maybe it's a sunny day with blue skies and you can feel the sunshine on your skin. Drinking that drink in that park. And I want you to feel that it's okay. That you're okay. As your body relaxes, I want you to imagine that a stranger is approaching you. And this stranger is going to try and convince you that it's too risky to drink that drink. It's too risky to stay here in this park by yourself. But I want you to imagine there is something about the tone of their voice that is just difficult to believe. And maybe it's an upward inflection. And maybe it has a high pitch or a whiny tone. But this stranger might be trying to scare you, trying to convince you that something bad may happen. But I want you to feel that for some reason you don't believe them. And only if you did believe them would you then feel anxious. But for some reason here in this park, drinking this drink, you feel like you'd like not to believe them. And maybe they try and warn you about the drink. And maybe they say, if you drink that, you're going to need to go to the toilet. And there are no toilets in this park. And I want you to feel how you would feel if you were defiant in your disbelief. Maybe you would smile and take another gulp of that drink, as if to prove that you don't believe their words and that their words have no power over you. I want you to look down and see that you have bright white trousers, an attitude of you have all the resources in the world to do things in the way that you would like to do them, that you don't need to worry about some of the worries you've had in the past. I want you to feel an attitude that you are going to call their bluff. And I want you to imagine what it would be like not just to be in this park, but to wander around Madrid with the attitude that right here, you're going to act as if all those fears and beliefs of the past simply aren't true. Because what if they're not true? I want you to open your mind to new ideas and suggestions that could enable you to think differently, more helpfully. As you breathe deeply, allow every exhale to carry away the unfounded fears of losing control, replacing them with a strong sense of trust in your body's natural functions. And maybe you can visualize a protective barrier surrounding your bladder and bowels, reinforcing your control and confidence with every beat of your heart. Embrace the reality that your body is designed perfectly to hold until it's the right time, aligning with your comfort and convenience. Feel a calming assurance fill you as you realize that your bladder and bowels function efficiently and reliably. With each passing moment, the old fear that may at one point in time be valid and true feels like it's now baseless, an echo of a different time and place in your life. And as that fear dissolves, it makes way for a newfound trust in your body's ability, meaning that you can now confidently move through your day, knowing that you have complete control over your body. And the more you trust in your body's natural capabilities, the less room there is for unfounded anxieties. As your mind entertains the idea that it's okay for every assurance to wash over you, dissolving the illusion of embarrassment and replacing it with the reality of control. Control in yourself, control in your thoughts. Because what if the problem was never your bowels and your bladder, but the false worries and insecurities? And as you appreciate that you've got more influence over those thoughts, and that thoughts influence emotions, you gain more faith in your body's ability to function exactly as it should, eliminating any fears of embarrassment or humiliation. It was the fear of those things that paradoxically increased the probability of those things. And it's now time to let that go. Your understanding deepens that your body is a well-coordinated system, operating in harmony to provide you with control when you need it. But imagine that stranger is still there, still trying to convince you that your worst fears will come true, and yet you can't help but smile. Smile defiantly, not believing them. A curiosity awakens in you with an attitude of, let's see, let's find out. And what if curiosity is all you need to find out that all along your bowels and bladder were completely fine? It was just the evaluations you were making that caused anxiety, that then led to a feeling like you couldn't trust your bowels and bladder. You have the power and control over your body, allowing you to live freely and fully. It's okay to trust. And your mind now aligns with the natural rhythms of your body, trusting its perfect functioning. And you can go to the toilet if you need to. And if you're not sure if you're going to see a toilet in a while, maybe you go. Because they say sometimes it's a good idea to go when you can, not when you need to. But you're doing that not from a place of anxiety, but from a place of being sensible, giving you the freedom to enjoy your life, to not worry about toilets and queues. Any past evaluations causing anxiety are replaced with the comforting truth of your body's reliability. And as you think back on those times where maybe there was a desire to go to the toilet, isn't it true that at that very moment there were evaluations of undesirable consequences, giving you further evidence that it isn't your bowels and your bladder, but the evaluations that were the problem? Better evaluations mean that you can trust your body again. And that part that was trying to keep you safe by scaring you, paradoxically can now keep you safe by reassuring you, encouraging you, giving you the feeling that everything will be okay. And as you imagine that stranger no longer trying to scare you with false evaluations, but telling you the wonderful things there are to do in Madrid. That you don't need to worry about going to the toilet. That whatever happens, everything's going to be okay. And notice that when that stranger gives you more comforting evaluations, there's no need for defiance, no need for conflict. Just your body working in harmony with your thoughts to take you towards more freedom. Any thoughts of inadequacy of the past is now replaced with a feeling that you are good enough. You like yourself, you accept yourself. There is nothing wrong with you. And as you accept that to be true, you can embrace the confidence that comes with knowing that you can trust your body, erasing any misplaced fears of embarrassment. And you can feel a strong sense of reassurance wrap around you like a comfortable blanket, knowing that your bladder and bowels are under your control and the control of your intuition and your unconscious mind, because you don't think about your heart beating or your lungs breathing. You just trust that your body is working for you, and feel that trust now expanding into your bowels and your bladder, feeling that your body knows what's best for you. Your mind is now attuned to the reality of your body's competence, dismissing any unfounded fears effortlessly. As you continue to trust in your body's ability, any worries about public embarrassment fade away into nothingness. And instead, a comforting sense of control expands within you as you affirm the truth about your body's perfect functioning. You will accumulate victories and evidence within your life. No more snakes and ladders. All the wins will accumulate, and anything that doesn't go perfectly to plan is a learning opportunity, giving you deep insight and wisdom, perhaps, as to those evaluations that can be updated and evolve. So each new experience strengthens your trust in your body, ensuring a life free from unnecessary anxiety. And this has been unnecessary. All along, the anxiety was real. But what if the foundational beliefs that those anxieties were built on was never real? You can have real emotions from false beliefs. And what if this was one of those false beliefs? As you entertain the idea that it may have been true once, but isn't true now, your bladder, your bowels work fine. And as you accept that to be true, all of those unfounded fears and insecurities built on the idea that there was something wrong dissolve and melt away, as you are now free to live joyfully, embracing the truth that your body is capable, reliable, and perfectly under control. And that stranger that was trying to scare you is now a friend, a confidant, a voice of encouragement, encouraging you to explore all that Madrid has to offer. Feel how good it would feel to be in places with long queues, busy environments, spending time on the metro, hours wandering around big parks or busy shops. And if you need to go to the toilet, you trust that you can hold it until you find a suitable toilet to go to. And imagine this takes place over 4 or 5 days. And as you imagine flying back home, get a sense that everything's changed now. Things get to be back to how they were all the way before, when this was never an issue. And if your unconscious mind wants to take things back to normal, to find balance and trust within yourself again, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. So just assume that these fears are unfounded, that the beliefs that something is wrong is not true. Act accordingly, and don't be surprised if all the evidence seems to indicate that these fears were never true, and that you can trust yourself. And as you trust yourself, the evaluations are positive, and with positive evaluations you feel more relaxed. And as you feel more relaxed, you feel more free, able to make choices just like anyone else. And then feel like you're returning to the present, but with all these updated new ways of thinking and believing. No longer blindly accepting that an inner voice of fear and insecurity is somehow true just because it says it. How do you know? So as you update those beliefs with a pioneering attitude of, I'm going to test it, you feel that things are already changing. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, feel like you're completely connected, fully in the present, in this moment in time, with a new outlook on life. Confident, positive, and optimistic. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.